Listen, what a hot topic today. Why does self-defense with a cane after 50 look different? And how do you train for it? That's what we have today, so stick around. And if you're here for the first time, a warm welcome to you. Avail yourself of the free resources, by far the most important one, the no-cost cane clarity call. Text the letters CCC to the number on the screen. In less than 24 hours, we will be on a phone call with you, answering all your questions. Why are you even watching this? What prompted you to watch this? What interests you about the cane? More importantly, how can you get cane trained in the comfort of anywhere in the world? That's what we do. And with this art, the art of Sobrevivencia, which we're going to talk about today, and don't even try to say Sobrevivencia because you might get hurt. Just refer to it as SV, okay? Cane bump for you. How does that work? How do you do that? Text the letters to the number on the screen, CCC to the number on the screen, and let's have that conversation. And also, you have the free Facebook groups. Just request entry. They will let you right in. Sobrevivencia doesn't view your body as your age, as broken. You have adaptations, okay? So listen, you look and you say, I'm no longer the strongest, the fastest. My power is not the same. But the training, sobrevivencia, the word survival, and I've broken this down. I'm not going to go into that here, but it also equates with perseverance, with resiliency, because the training gives you that. And you're better doing that now, possibly, than you were when you were not training it, because before everything you relied on that power, on that speed. So you're going to need other things today. So you're training from the ground up, SV, using natural movements that you already do, like walking. How long have you been walking for, right? I'm not going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you how to use those natural movements that you're already doing, and without breaking your body, without placing more stress on your body. How do we actually train this? What is it that we're looking for here? Okay, so I'm going to go through a couple of these things. The first thing is that you're going to learn how to use tools to create leverage. You know, my reflexes, bang, may not be the same. They're still pretty good, right? But they may not, you're looking at yourself and say, Joe, at my age, they're not the same. But your ability to recognize the pattern of assault, the pre-attack indicators, is better today. Why? Because SV has training models, right? Conflict models that train you to do that. And so when I see that something might be brewing, I know where it's going, and I know how to read these pre-attack indicators. Let me explain what I mean. So if I'm over here and we're both facing and we're on a counter or something, and I'm going to attack her here, she might, she sees me, she made eye contact, and just by simply, right, removing herself, taking a step back and going here, man, I was going to go ahead and strike here. I was going to strike. And if she cannot remove herself from the situation altogether, at least now for me to hit her, I'm going to see, and she adapted again because she can sense this. So just that distance pattern. And the other thing is, and by the way, I haven't rehearsed this with her, but here's one for you, and don't whack me hard, but right, I'm going to open up my midline here. And when you see this winding up, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. She doesn't even have to just open that palm hand, boom, and come in here. And just going with the tool, obviously it gives her reach as well. Yeah, so she can go in there. So that's the first thing, is your training to recognize the patterns. The second thing that you're training for is your emotional response is so much better now. Why? Because Sobrevivencia begins with mind training, the quieting and regulation of the brain. So emotional regulation means that I don't panic under the duress of the moment. We've put you in a bunch of situations and you're not going to panic there. So I don't have the same interference when my adrenaline starts going, right? It's gross motor movement. So again, I take a look at everything. I take a look at the leverage. Something's brewing here. An argument is going, and she's bang, there it is. And look at the response and the quick catch. Give me my hat back. Right? This is the hot cup of coffee. This is that thing. My hands go up. I don't want anything. Boom, and just from here to here. This wasn't planned. We didn't plan this one. She didn't know that was coming. But it's, I do this again, I do this. Why does she catch it? Because that's the bang, and then I can move. Listen, I'm not here to win a trophy. Sobrevivencia doesn't train you for that. Sobrevivencia, we are training to be a presence, to be protectors, and we're training for peace, right? How do you do it then with the movement? This is where Sobrevivencia excels. It's in the solo kinesthetic training. And I'm going to reference this, and I want you to look it up. SV kinesthetically is a pop-up session, okay, which means you only pay for that one time. It's very inexpensive, like $50, and you get to keep the recordings. Look it up, contact the headquarters, and check that out. Why? Because now this tool becomes your training partner, right? So I may not have somebody physically to train with. Most of you that reach out, you don't have a spouse, a training partner, somebody to train with. We teach you how to do this. And this is in the spirit of how this art came to be, right? Under oppression on an island. So now this tool now becomes, this is the frontal strike that's coming here, right? And now, I feel what that's like. I feel the king teaches the empty hand in SV as well. So when a strike, right, I feel what this is supposed to feel like here. If I'm getting grabbed, right, anything that has to do with this, guess what this represents now? It represents a grab. I go to move with that. There it is. It's the same thing. I keep it on the table. I can do my locks from there. I can do my locks. I can come in here and do this movement with the cane. It's the same kinesthetic, right? So I practice my drilling here. I come back. There's the lock. Here's how I create leverage. When you're bigger, stronger, faster, don't do it hard. My big hand comes here across the net. I'm right? These are things that you know, but you don't have to be the biggest, strongest, fastest to apply something like that. And then, rather than doing mindless repetition, you're bringing awareness to slow movements in a flow with purpose, because they're going to, number one, work on your functionality, your flow, your strike, and it's teaching you going from the guard zone. See, all these movements that you're doing, right? They're the same movement patterns, right? Come straight. That's your slide and glide. Look at your slide and glide right in here. Yeah. If she were coming with a tool, yeah, boy, look at this one, right? She's coming with something like man, I'm not going to be there for it. Look at the distance game. Boom, there, come down. Yeah, I'm not there for that. These are the things this is the way that SV trains you, right? When you're no longer the biggest, strongest, fat. And it's typically over the age of 50. It's not you're not broken, but you just need to train smarter. All right. Let me know what you think. If this resonates with you, reach out. You're going to do one of two things. I recommend the no-cost cane clarity call first. Even if you know what you want, if you're I'm in. Let's have a conversation. Let's just make sure you're a good fit, or something else, right? We give you another plan, and it may not even involve us, because we're going to be straight up as to whether it's a good fit or not for you. And then the way you get trained with this is with that SV online training membership, which is less than the cost of your daily cup of coffee. Okay? True story. All right. So let me know what you think of this. Thanks for watching. Keep caning and stay